Picture this, you're 7 years old, still in second grade, and you're singing in front of 20,000 people at one of the world's biggest sporting events. That dream became a reality for a New Jersey girl tonight. Her story at 11. If you're like these people coming to Yankee Stadium, your mind's probably on hot dogs and maybe catching a foul ball. But next season, Yankees management and Major League Baseball want it to be on something else: security. I'm Dustin Wlodkowski for WEBN Boston here on Summer Street in the financial district in Boston. And you know what? It's anything but summer. As you can see, all these plows behind me are working on clearing out the area. Only a few cars are driving around. Most of them are people going to and from places they've just shoveled. Mitt Romney and his wife Ann are making a fresh mark on Massachusetts, not in politics, but healthcare. The pair made an undisclosed donation to Brigham and Women's Hospital, creating the Ann Romney Center for Neurological Diseases. The doctors in charge say they're already finding new ways to fight tough illnesses.
One of the big things we're doing is a new trial called A4 that's preventing Alzheimer's.
For Ann Romney, the decision to give was personal. She has multiple sclerosis and was treated at the Brigham.
I know what it feels like to be that frightened. I know what it's like. And it's a desperate and frightening place to be.
Even with all the talk of philanthropy, the Romneys can't avoid politics. Headlines are swirling about Republicans pushing Mitt to run again, and the evening's guest list fed speculation. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, who's also creating 2016 buzz, said he just came for the cause.
It's just great to be with Mitt and Ann. They're really great friends of ours. That's why we're here, because they're involved now in another exciting part of their lives, and this is really a wonderful thing.
Romney himself said he's not running in 2016, but he didn't shy away from mentioning politicians who were there.
People have joined this effort from across the political spectrum. It's an honor to have Joe Kennedy here. He represents a wonderful family in Massachusetts, and I had the privilege of working with his uncle.
And he's not completely avoiding the campaign trail. The former governor's next event is stumping for Scott Brown in New Hampshire. From Boston, Dustin Wlodkowski, WEBN News. It's still burning, but the worst damage is already done. The 9-alarm fire that brought chaos to Boston's Back Bay this afternoon is hurting hearts and homes tonight.
We had a serious fire on Beacon Street that resulted in 2 members losing their lives. With 13 members injured. It's a sad day for us and for the city of Boston.
Fire trucks and hoses were crammed onto streets surrounding the building where the fire happened. On nearby blocks, a haze of smoke and water vapor filled the air.
In 30 years, I've never seen a fire travel that fast, escalate that quickly, and create such havoc in such a short period of time.
Boston's Mayor Marty Walsh surveyed the damage as well. He later spoke on behalf of the city.
It's unfortunately takes a tragedy for us to appreciate the work that the men and women of the Boston Fire Department do.
Officials believe the fire started in the building's basement. The cause of the blaze is still unknown. In Boston, Dustin Wlodkowski, WEBN News. Oysters by the boatful, but are these bivalves safe? A West Coast strain of the Vibrio bacteria is now in Bay State oysters, and it's making people sick. The latest cases from Martha's Vineyard.
There was a first illness, and most of the growers down there decided to do a voluntary closure, meaning that the growers kind of got together and said, look, why don't we all stop shipping?
To solve the problem, state lawmakers changed oyster farming regulations. From May to October, growers only have 2 hours from when the shellfish are exposed at low tide to when they're put on ice. Some say that makes a tough job even tougher.
Picking up the oysters from growers and coordinating when our trucks can go to the Cape, because they have such a short time to get the product under ice, it's making logistics just very difficult.
The law impacts small farmers even more. Getting the shellfish out of the water that quickly means they need more trucks, more ice, and more staff. Some growers say that isn't fair because they've been doing things the right way all along.
A lot of people will take the oysters and they'll let them sit in the back of their truck or outside for a while. For people like us that have always taken good care of our animals, it's just, it's kind of making it more difficult.
Then there's us, the consumers. Will higher costs for farmers be passed on to our wallets? No one knows if the price of oysters is going to go up because of this new regulation. That's because there are all different sized farms here in Massachusetts, and each one is going to have to change its operation its own way. One thing we do know, the Vibrio season ends in just a few weeks. From Boston, Dustin Wlodkowski, WEBN News.